parody of Epic the Musical this year. And now to close out my year, I'm doing the final live stream. So that's nice. Think y'all know if I'm doing a live stream, not doing it by myself. I would say, unfortunately, specifically for who I'm with, but you know, whatever. In that case, y'all all know who's here. Say hello, person. Human.
There's technically two people here. Hi, I'm Josh Goldenberg. What's up? And
See, and that's the only highlight, the fact that I am not with this person by myself.
You want to introduce the other person, Elijah?
The other person's name is Adam. That is a friend of Josh's, and due to me meeting him, a mutual friend of us both, who is also here. He's with Josh at his house right now, I believe.
Yeah, he's here for New Year's Eve. I think we're staying. I think he's. Are you staying till midnight, Adam? Yeah. He's not. Okay.
That's not what silence.
Okay. He's just not gonna say anything right now.
Dang. But yeah, not gonna lie, this year has been crazy. So glad it's coming to an end. Don't know what's gonna happen to it. Don't know how much I'm looking forward to it. Not extremely, but trying to keep my hopes high. So let's hope.
Yeah.
Don't really have high hopes, but hey, it never hurt to fake it until you make it. I've been doing that a lot, so I mean,
yeah,
let's do that again, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to send the stream out, by the way, you can.
Okay. I don't. All right. Let me find the shared button or whatever. No. Oh god, the orientation thing. That. Hold on. It's gonna probably cut out my audio when I leave the apps. Hold on.
Ah, thank God. I kid. Kind of. Sort of.
Okay, I'm back. I sent it to 4 different group chats.
Okay.
8 groups and 1 other person.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I was just gonna share it with Facebook, but I'm not trying to do that and then get weird people in here.
Oh, okay.
Because I literally only, I think, have maybe due to the choir and all that, 5 to 7 actual friends that I know as friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to share that. Next thing you know, a bunch of either adults, legit 40-year-olds or something coming here. I'm good. I'm okay.
Facebook anymore?
You saw
what? He said, do people even use Facebook anymore?
I mean, depends. I know me and my friend Jenna and a few others use it for promoting our channels. But aside from that, I use it if I'm if I have something to say and I find a page that's saying it in the way that I would say it if I didn't feel like I couldn't, if that makes any sense. But aside from using it for that stuff and maybe sharing memories here and there, not really.
Okay.
Because most of the people I see on Facebook use it for Messenger, and most of those people are either, again, legit old people who think Messenger is a dating site for some weird reason.
What were you gonna say, Adam?
Oh, I was just gonna say, other than the occasional Facebook Marketplace kind of thing, the only things I see on Facebook are is just AI reacting to AI. There's no real person there.
Wait, hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
AI reacting. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
it's
weird.
It's an AI post, and all comments are also AI generated, or at least I think so.
Why do you think so?
You can just tell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Based on the texting styles or whatever?
Yeah, just based on what's being said.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. I think the one thing that AIs will end up refusing to do is say any really cuss words or anything like that, though.
Oh,
I don't think they
I think you can very easily work around that.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay. That's okay. That's interesting. Welcome back, Elijah.
Yeah, I had to talk to mom real quick because I'm not gonna lie, the stream might have almost accidentally ended literally just because she tried to call me even though she's in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Or not tried to, she did call me again, even though she's in the kitchen. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
Those
I
people
was-
are the worst.
Those people.
Trust me, they do. I promise you, that's kind of how this house is.
I was Adam and I were talking about, and I was telling Adam I don't think the one thing that I was saying I don't think you can get AIs to do is cuss, and he's like, there's probably ways to work around.
Yeah, I hope you know that's not true, Josh.
That's not true anymore. Okay, because
No, dude, people can still do that. It's just a matter of whether they want to or not.
I was gonna say, how do you get an AI to? Because whenever you ask it to or cuss at it, it's usually just like, that's not nice. Like,
Well,
Oh, okay. So if you meant like that, then yeah, I don't think there's a way for it to do that.
well,
I thought you meant cuss as in like it can't cuss like at all. Because I was about to say like, yeah, I hope you know that's not the case.
well, if you're doing like a text to speech type thing, then you could just type out a combination of letters that sound like a cuss word, but like the spell checker won't actually, you know,
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you could do that. Yeah,
I think that I find hilarious. I don't have it, but I've seen like a lot of it on like TikTok posts and all that. Just straight up because of the fact that I think people are so against using that on like depending on what social media app you're on. You have people using stuff like Duck and stuff like that now. Apparently,
what is duck?
As a substitute.
it's supposed to be the way people say the F word. Basically,
Oh,
I will say that's kind of depending on what type of media you're looking for. Like if you go on like Nick or something like that, that's kind of how they get away with saying it too, though.
okay.
I mean, we got Henry Danger over here, quite literally saying instead of WTF, they have him saying rubber duck. No, I'm not kidding.
I feel like that's an insult to ducks. No, I'm kidding.
After watching Has Been Hotel, I think Lucifer would say the same thing. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wait, did people actually watch Henry Danger? I feel
If they still do, I doubt it.
I mean, maybe it's just because that was like just after I stopped watching Nickelodeon, but I feel like no one watched those shows.
I mean, if you want me to be real with you, I don't know how many people, especially since if you've heard of Quiet on Set, if anyone actually paid attention to that, I don't know how many people even watch Nickelodeon anymore. If you want to be real with you.
Yeah.
Like, if people still now, if you wanted to ask me, like, do people still watch? Maybe I don't know. Try to get away with watching like the other channels, like Teen Nick or Nick Jr. or whatever. Possibly, but like, if they even watch those shows anymore, again, especially after Quiet on Set came out, I feel like that's kind of questionable. Like, I don't know.
Did that actually have an impact on that at all?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I know for a fact it had an impact on some people's, like, I think at least careers, maybe, because I know a lot of people might be side eyeing certain people now. But
Well, but the only person who was the subject on that was that Dan Schneider, who had already been fired from Nickelodeon several years prior.
which I still find funny that I can't say funny as in like I'm not surprised because I'm honestly not considering.
Yeah.
Again, you said it yourself. He was literally still working there, but
Yeah.
I've heard of the name Dan Schneider. I don't know who that is though.
he was the
He
person
was
who
an
was really
actor
big in
turned writer. He starred in a show called Head of the Class in the '90s, and then he went on to create several kids shows, mainly like a Drake and Josh, iCarly, Victorious.
Oh,
Have you heard of
basically
any
a
of
bunch
those?
of those Nick shows that you've probably heard of when it comes to like Nickelodeon or Teen Nick growing up. He made a
Yeah.
bunch of.
oh, okay, that makes
And
a
the
lot.
whole Quiet on Set thing was basically everyone bringing his dirty laundry into the light about what he was actually doing, like on the set. Or I guess in a way you can say behind closed doors, because obviously it wasn't ever like on TV.
It
But
wasn't on
he
TV,
brought a
but it
lot of
was on
jokes.
set still.
Was
He's
okay. You said it
basically, he did it
was set.
himself off of TV, and then he brought a lot of those things into the TV screen when it came to like the jokes that were made on certain shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
So a lot of people were basically bringing that up amongst like many other horrific things into the light finally about like, yeah, this is who y'all have been listening to for years, by the way.
Is he? Let me guess. He's also well, we can't say that word on the live stream apparently because last time.
Offender, if you want to just say it like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
From what I know, yeah.
Not registered, I don't think.
I don't
Okay.
know if he's registered, but I know a lot of the people who worked close with him were.
Yeah.
Oh
And a
wow.
lot of those people, when I say work close with him, I mean, yes, they were working on set with him. In front of kids, by the way. No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
If he is himself registered, that I can't tell you.
I
I can
don't
tell you I
think
probably
so.
think he should be. I
I
don't know if he is.
I think that if he were, I'd have known. I'd have heard about it.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think a
don't
lot of people
often
would have
say
heard
that
about it.
about something, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people probably would have heard about it if he was. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He had a lot of those people around him. I don't know if he was ever registered himself, though.
Yeah, that would be all anyone would talk about if that were the case.
Okay. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
especially considering it's kind of sad because even
Yeah.
after all of this came out into the open, I hope you know there are still those like certain people out there who I think are still trying to be like, well, you know, he didn't do this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Here's the other thing though is that so Elijah told me about these two guys. One of them was not an offender, but everyone said that he was, and everyone was like making all these claims and going after him, and it turned out he was innocent. But then there
Uh,
was another,
it took me a while to figure out what you were talking about just now. I'm not even
yeah.
gonna-
But then apparently there was another guy who was, and nobody did anything about it. I'm
Oh
like,
wait, is
oh,
the first guy, is that Drake Bell? Is that what we're going after? Or is that a different?
No, actually, it's an anime thing.
Oh. Oh.
The Drake Bell thing, I know exactly what you're talking about, but no, that was the one I told him about. I didn't even know about that back then when I told him about this. Actually,
who's Drake Bell?
Drake Bell was the star of Drake and Josh. He was accused of having interactions with a minor. It was a fairly mild claim. It was kind of dubious. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those things where like he was texting a fan. He didn't know how old she was. She happened to be 15 or 16. And his description of things is as soon as he found out how old she was, he stopped there and then.
Oh, okay.
I do remember that because I know that whole thing actually got taken. I think I
Yeah.
believe that got taken in front of a judge. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it did.
I believe it did.
Okay.
Because I know there's a channel on YouTube actually. I don't watch him all the time, but his channel's kind of around stuff like this where he'll like kind of bring this to the people just in case they didn't hear about it so they can be careful. If I'm saying his name right, I think it's like Sloan or something like that. He's a channel that basically does a lot of stuff when it comes to either Disney or Nick. Like again, bringing these people out into the open to let people know, like, yeah, this is these are the people that they're hiring over there, and these are the people that we really have to be careful of.
Okay.
And yeah, I
Yeah.
do want to say he made a whole thing on Drake Bell after that because that's the only reason I found out actually.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I have a friend who Elijah knows. This guy Mateo. He went on WhatsApp a few years ago and he changed his name and he pretended to be a different age so he could catch one of those people. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
he
There's
did
some
that.
YouTube channels, and I think I told you that too, Josh. There's like I don't know how active, and by active I mean like how actively good these channels are, because honestly, some people can just say that's what they're doing and then use it for something else, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But there are some channels, like even on YouTube, who are actually like dedicated to catching people like that.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, that used to be kind of a fixation of mine back in the day, just like watching all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
All the Chris
I'm
Hansen.
subbed to one of them actually. I just don't know
Oh,
how
wow.
good that channel is because some people called out that channel for being pretty sketchy
So
themselves. So I
I
don't.
was in.
know.
So I was in. Speaking of Chris Hansen, I was in a group a few years ago.
That should be fun.
This was back when I was 17, and yeah. So I was in a group, and I was talking to this guy, and I was telling him that I was part of a friend group, and there was some girl who was part of the group who was 10. It was someone's cousin or something like that,
That's
and
weird. What?
yeah,
What?
and I was like, and the girl, I think her cousin was like 13 or something, 14, and then no, 15, I think. I don't remember, but definitely a teenager. And I was telling the guy in the group chat, I was basically saying like, oh yeah, I talk to her on occasion because she's my friend's cousin or something like that. And he was just like, "Oh my god, you're an offender. I'm gonna call Chris Hansen and have him come to your house and arrest you." And I was like, "What are you talking about right now?"
Because Josh, you talk to those people, so therefore you must obviously be an offender.
Apparently, yeah, apparently.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get how that could be people looking at it like side eyeing it, like again, depending on what you're saying. But if you're literally just talking to the person, I don't see how people. I will say people might want to be careful just in case, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the thing. Some people do have to be careful the way they just throw that accusation around.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like people
Again, same thing that happened in anime, and this person was innocent. But let's forget about that. So many people, if they actually know about the anime thing, are gonna know who I'm talking about too.
I feel like a lot of people like to accuse other people of it because they like the drama. I don't know.
I mean, either that or it could be they're trying to hide it, like hide it.
Yeah, it's a factor. Yeah,
Wait, what did he say?
he said that's definitely a factor.
Oh no, yeah, it is. I could say that, or again, it could sometimes also be people are trying to do it so that way, like the dirt is taken off of them. Some people are just like that, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I bet there have been people that accused other people of it because they are and they don't want to be exposed, so they turn it on to someone else.
I don't know how often that would happen.
How often I
Oh.
doubt it.
Because I'm assuming that if you were in fact a oh sorry, we're on stream. I'm assuming there are words I can't say.
I don't know
We get
why you
flagged.
can't. I don't know why you can't say that one for some reason.
Because
I have
because they demand that you not treat this issue seriously, even though it's a serious issue.
basically,
Because it's a serious issue that advertisers don't like.
Oh, that's why.
Which I
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not getting advertised, so I don't really care. But at the same time, I don't know if they're gonna be like, oh, you know what? Let me now take this down because this was said.
Yeah.
Because YouTube, that's the one thing I've made it very clear that I don't like within recent years. You don't have to be advertised for YouTube to treat you a certain way anymore, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But wait,
This-
Elijah, though, I have a question. Didn't Alfonso say it and nothing happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's the other thing that I was going to talk about, right? That's the thing that annoys me because think about where we are, right? And y'all can try to be like you're dragging it, but it's true. We're in the country that tries to advertise free speech, yet you then go into places like YouTube where they constantly get upset at you for using certain things, especially within recent years.
Because YouTube's an international corporation. It goes beyond just the US.
Okay.
Oh, no, that I know. My main thing is just, I
Yeah.
think the way they pick and choose is my other problem. Though, when it
Like
comes to
if you want to like hang up a picket sign like all across all across the front door of your house, you can absolutely do that. But if you're using YouTube as a platform to make those claims, YouTube can decide, oh, we don't want that claim associated with our channel. It would be like if you it would be like if you hung up like a gay pride flag in front of someone else's business. That it's still it's your free speech, but it's that person's business, so they can decide I don't want this in front of my building.
no,
Yeah.
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 I think my only problem is again, I can't say how many times I've personally seen it happen, but I do know even when it comes to that, YouTube does have a certain thing where it seems even if this isn't what they're doing, it does kind of seem like they pick and choose who to go after when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Which is
And
where the other problem comes in. 'Cause if you're trying to enforce that everywhere, enforce it everywhere. Don't like let certain people get away with it because they're big and using your platform for whatever. Like it's not how this works.
and here's the other thing.
But it is though, because there aren't any rules for that. So YouTube is inherently going to reward the people who bring in the most money, even if they are breaking every single rule in question.
Yeah, and here's the other thing: the fact the fact we can't say the other word for offender without being flagged, but a lot of people on YouTube have told other people to die, like in a different way. But they can say that, and somehow YouTube doesn't do anything. Like what?
Oh, there's a bunch of cases where I've seen that happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be YouTube. It could be other social media platforms where stuff like that will happen and people will get away with it.
Yeah, you know one of those cases where that happened. That one case where those people did it and I called them out on it and they got mad at me and I showed you the voice. Yeah.
See, and again, like I said, my thing is I get what Adam is saying, right? Like obviously, again, they're not going to go after the people who make the money. I think just again that I kind of just see me personally, like if we're talking about an actual issue when it
Mhm.
comes to like morals, I kind of just feel like that's morally incorrect. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, if you are talking about a serious thing, you shouldn't have to use these sort of childish slang terms to get around it. Yeah.
Exactly. Because then when you think about it, like this is how I see it, right?
Yeah.
You're using those childish words just because you're trying to keep something like I don't want to say relevant, but like in a way, if you're trying to keep something up so it can be heard, but you have to use these childish terms, I feel like that kind of takes away from the message.
Here's
Yeah.
That makes the message childish.
speaking of childish terms, Elijah, I know there's one that you absolutely hate that you say that Gen Alpha is going to start using a lot.
No, 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 no,
what is
no,
it?
Josh. I will kick you out. Don't you do it.
What is it? I have
We are
to know.
not doing that here.
I have to know.
It's called Skibbity Toilet Riz.
Oh,
No,
I-
no, no, no.
Yeah, that was just
I'm
stupid.
telling you right
that's
now,
that
I don't
doesn't
care if
quite
my niece
flop,
starts using that. I might cry.
but yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I still don't quite know what any of that means.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see that's the problem. I don't think there's a meaning to any of it. I think people are literally just using that to try to make up their own things for I think either cussing or sounding cool. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is
I'm
because to
just
this
hoping
day, no
it'll
one has
die
told me what
out.
those means.
Hopefully it will just die out soon.
Yeah,
I
like
pray. I
back,
pray.
yeah, like back in the way back, people would say "dank" as a way to describe everything, but
Yep.
that completely halted dead in its tracks. I'm hoping this is that.
I pray because I promise you again, when my niece is like I don't want to say a teenager, but at least old enough to start like being around and legit knowing what these all mean. I don't need her coming up to me and starting to be like, you have none of this. I see. Here's the thing, dude. I don't really want this what you call skibbity toilet. Where you do realize you're saying that I don't have something and using the word toilets in what I do not have. I
No,
don't
I
see this
think
as a
no.
bad thing.
Okay. I know it's using the word toilet, but I think skivvity toilet is its own entity. You know what? I don't want to have this conversation. Can we please talk about anything else?
See it that right there is exactly my point. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Good. But yeah, I
This
don't
is how
know.
we're closing out 2024, everyone, on
Yeah,
this stream.
I
I hope
don't
y'all
want another
enjoyed
human to
this.
hear me saying those words. If you can even call them words, it's just
Yeah.
I can't. No.
Yeah, exactly.
it's an attack on everything you could call a sensibility. It's just
I got people who like will playfully use it, but I promise you, I'm glad that no one who I hang around legit uses that to use
no.
it. Like,
Don't
if they
even
do,
playfully use it. If you playfully use it, that normalizes it. Don't do that. Keep the stigma, please.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know who's watching this, but apparently they liked it. So thank you, I guess.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you
Random.
for liking the chaos, I guess.
Yeah. So I was telling Elijah about this. So Adam, I'll tell you as well. So I heard about this one. There was this one thing that happened where
I can literally
um,
hear he's like, "Why?"
yeah. So there was this one thing that happened where there were these two friends. They were online friends, or actually I forgot if it was online or in person, but they were talking to each other on the phone one
You
day.
can do it. I believe in you.
One of them said, "Oh my god, I accidentally burned my toast. Haha." And the other person just goes, "Okay, well, since you burned your toast, we can't be friends anymore because that means
Oh
that
my
you
god,
are
I
not
remember this.
that means that you are not a safe person and you're putting your house at risk for fires and wanting to kill everybody or whatever. So we can't be friends. Bye." I'm like, "What the heck? What?"
That was a joke.
Wait, what?
That there's no way that wasn't a joke.
No, someone I'm trying to remember who told me about it, but they said it was actually like a serious thing that happened.
So you haven't actually you have not witnessed this encounter. You simply heard secondhand that this person was being serious.
So in that case, it could have been a joke. But honestly,
it has to have been. It must have been, right?
There's no way. I'm sorry. As much as I was, I think telling you before, like, if that's real, I'm sorry. That just makes no sense. I can't take that seriously. Like me
I mean-
personally, I can't.
no, I don't. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I've divorced myself from the statement "people are too stupid to insert blank here," because time and time again I've been proven wrong. But there's no way that's real. That is made up. That is the most made up thing I have heard in quite some time.
It does sound made up. I
If
agree.
it's not made up, all I have to say is that gives me one more reason to lose faith in humanity. But thank you.
Yeah.
I really hate to say this, but I would
No, you
not.
don't.
I would not. No,
He's like, no, you don't.
that's funny. No, I hate to say this, but I would not be surprised if that was actually true because some people are just that stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of agree with that, but I feel like at the same time, like if this is a legit serious person saying it, you can't call yourself a serious person and then
What
be it.
does one have to do with the other?
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to that,
I mean, is the one?
I just don't see how that's like something that people are legit saying.
Yeah,
Or that how that's something someone legit like actually said and was like, yeah, no, you burnt your toast, so we are legit no longer friends. Like I don't. That makes no sense.
I mean, Elijah, I know someone who's almost on that level, and we both know him. His name starts with an L.
Oh God.
I won't say his name on the stream. I'll tell you after.
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about, but that's yeah.
person?
We're gonna talk about that a different day.
Yeah, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. People are completely
People are interesting.
crazy.
People are
Yeah,
interesting. That's the best way I can say it. People are very interesting.
yeah. Speaking of interesting, so this is actually involves not stupid people this time. So
Finally.
I was having me and Future were having a debate last night with these
I thought you
two
said not
guys.
stupid people.
See, I'm glad because I was about to be like, wait a minute, you said this involves non-smart people, but if you're having the conversation,
That's
but buddy,
wow. So we were debating with these two guys from the server yesterday about the words belief and convinced and whether or not like they're the same thing and whether or not the word belief is one of the guys was like, I think that the word belief is on a spectrum. You can believe things in different degrees. And the other guy said, I actually don't agree with that because either you know something or you don't know it. There's no middle ground
It's
there.
not whether or not you know it that is what belief means.
Yeah.
see, my thing
Yeah.
is for that reason though, like, feel free to clarify for me with this, Adam, but like. For the person who's like, if you don't fully believe, like you have to fully believe in it, there can't be a middle ground because then you know. So for
No.
the people who like fully believe, does that mean you know exactly, like not you know exactly what you're believing in, but
Yeah.
like the belief system that you have, you know for a fact that it's true.
Yeah. I don't
'Cause
know.
I feel like that to me doesn't like I don't
I
that
don't think I don't think belief is the assertion of fact. I think belief is just kind of your personal explanation for something that otherwise can't really be explained, or just like your sort of speculation on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
no,
not
and
a
I agree with that.
fact.
Yeah. I was asking the first guy. Technically, the first guy that I heard was the one who said that there is no middle ground. So I was asking him. I was like, okay, so are you saying that there's no such thing as 50-50? And he was like, the only way that 50-50 exists is with probability. Otherwise, no, there isn't. And I was like, oh, what? That's really interesting.
Doesn't that mean that so what like a cause for something to possibly be wrong then?
Well, how do you define what probability is? Because if you believe something could be this, but something could also be this, that is a 50-50 belief, and that is a matter of probability.
Yeah, that's what I said. He said that he does not think that exists. He said it's either you believe it or you
Well,
don't believe it. There's no.
That's
I have to disagree with that.
well, as a
Yeah, I
human
don't agree.
being on the planet Earth, I can tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that either.
I mean, I
It
feel
was
like I also have to disagree with that because I feel like, in a way, if it comes to that, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like then that's where certain people can then try to argue a certain other person's belief system is wrong because
Yeah.
it's not completely right to them or they don't completely, I guess, in a way, believe in it, which, I mean, that doesn't really make any sense.
And it's interesting because the other guy was saying that he does not he said that the only way that you can be fully convinced of something is to be 100%. He said if you're 99.9%, then you're not fully convinced of it. And I was like,
Well, but what point are you making with that?
um I think it was a point that the other guy said, I forgot, but the interesting part is that this other guy does not believe anything for certain.
Well,
Literally
if
nothing is
if you're
100%.
99%, if you're 99% sure of something, you believe it, but you're not convinced.
Yeah,
What?
that's what he was saying. The other guy disagreed, which was interesting.
This is a headache.
Huh?
Yeah, the other guy was like, "No, that doesn't make any sense to me."
I
Uh,
feel like my brain
Well,
cells just
oh,
disappeared. I'm very what?
yeah,
well,
I don't know. Yeah, it was
Like, I'm
interesting.
not even saying that to be rude. I'm literally just confused. Like,
Yeah, I
what?
yeah, so was I.
what is the greater meaning of this debate? Like,
That's like.
is this just going
It
over
was
semantics? Like, is this just, oh, I think these two words actually mean the same thing? Look at me, I'm a
I,
genius. But, like, what does it actually mean?
I actually don't know. Future and I joined in the middle of it, so we started
Yeah.
talking to them later. So I don't know how it started at the very beginning,
It's
but
so weird though. Like, I don't get the
yeah.
point. I don't get. My thing is kind of like what I just said. I don't get what the point of that debate was supposed to be.
Well, it is a debate server, so like,
See, no,
Yeah,
I
but
get that. Okay,
typically,
but that
typically
particular,
they're
like that
actually
particular
discussing
debate, what is
debate.
that debate
yeah.
supposed to be for?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that one came about exactly, but basically, what was it? But yeah, it's really interesting that the second guy said he does not believe literally anything is certain. He said nothing to me is 100%. He said,
And this was the same guy who was like, the belief has to be 100%, else you don't believe.
no, oh yeah, 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 that's the same person. Yeah, so he
So
said
that's
that.
the same person who's saying that, but huh?
So yeah, he said he doesn't believe anything. He said it's really interesting because he was like, I don't even believe 100% that I exist. I operate as if
Oh
I
my god, this is
And here
so
we go.
painful.
he said I operate as if it's true, but I'm not even certain about that at all. And he's like and he's
Please
like
tell me you left the call at that point.
um it's Future. He stayed and tried to talk to them
Tell me
because that's how
you
he is.
left.
No, I wasn't there. I was on Future's other device on the Google Meet, and he was
Oh,
on his other device on
I,
the call.
I know. Tell me you stopped witnessing the conversation after the person said that.
No, because I wanted to hang out with Future.
Oh,
I was about to say, you do realize this is Josh we're talking to, right, dude?
Yeah,
yes, I
I
know.
wanted to hang
I
out with
don't.
Future.
Why did you even ask that question?
I was just holding out some hope.
Yeah, no, Future
Yeah,
did not say
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, dude. I stopped doing that a long
I
time.
know. I know.
I think it might. I think at this point, dude, I'm not trying to sway you, but I think at this point it might be time for you to join that club. I'm just saying.
It's it's not Hope in Josh as a character. It's Hope in just a fellow human being in general. Yeah.
Again, I gave that
I
up a while
know.
ago. I
I
think you
know.
might want to do the same.
I
Like,
know. I
He's
know.
like, I know.
Yeah.
at this point, like,
It's crazy. But yeah, it was. I don't know, but no, it was. Yeah, but and then we were okay. Now this other guy, because Future he wasn't on this call the entire time. That's the other reason I stayed, because he kept switching to different
you know
calls.
what? So you know what? All I have to say to that is this, because you said Future wasn't there the entire time, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so instead of what Adam said, I'm just gonna say this. Like, instead of what Adam asked you, all I have to comment on is this: thank you, Future, for not being there for the entirety of that.
yeah.
Because something
That was the
tells me
last.
that if he was, you would have also stayed.
Yeah, no, that yeah, that was the last call we were on.
Thank you,
Um,
Future. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
So, but before that, he was switching up to a bunch of different calls. So he joined one, and there was this one guy talking about whether or not God was real, which is a common thing. But
Had that conversation too many times
How
with the
has
person. I'm
anyone
not even
come
surprised.
to any other conclusion? Then we'll never know.
yeah,
What?
I have no idea. But this guy was kind of ridiculous because he was basically saying, so Future said, because this is how Future always starts these debates with people. He says, "Give me a logical or a rational reason to believe in God." He just wants to see if people like how people react and what they're going to say, so he can counter it. So he asked this guy, and the guy literally just responds and says, "We already are certain that he exists because you exist." And Future's like, "That literally makes no sense."
Uh, I'm gonna.
It
I'll be
doesn't
right
make
back. Just gonna go
no
ahead and
sense.
get
It
all
just
over here.
doesn't make enough sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you start off with the idea that God exists and you're working your way backwards, I can see how you get there, and that's kind of what religion is.
Yeah.
But if you're starting with, I want to know how I exist, and you're working your way forward, you would not come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
But,
And so Future was like, "Okay, so basically you're saying," and like he clarified, and the guy was like, "Basically what I'm saying is that God is the definition of reality." And Future was like, "What?"
prove it.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
there's
what he
that.
said.
See, my thing is this, right? And this is where I can kind of ask, like, maybe this sounds stupid with the way I'm trying to say it.
Yeah.
But if God is quote unquote the definition of reality, then why are there different religions?
Exactly. So that's what there was another guy there, and that's what
Why are
he
there
was
different
too.
gods? Like,
Yeah.
Because he wanted to present you with some kind of challenge so that you could like stay true to your roots, and then he could, test your loyalty, and you could go whatever.
I'm not even laughing at what you're saying. I'm laughing at the fact that you sound so bored right now. And I
kinda
don't blame
am.
you if that's the case.
Oh.
I'm literally just laughing at how
I'm
it
just
sounds.
like,
Oh.
religion is a subject that like no one's ever gonna agree, and that's
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no. This is good. This is
Yeah.
gonna be something that people are gonna talk about for literally the rest of the time. I know that for a fact.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Because the
true.
amount of times I've heard Josh, whether it's on a stream or just bringing it up to me, like, by the way, so Future had this conversation with someone else. What conversation about? He had a conversation about if God exists. Here we go again.
Yeah.
What happened this time?
Yeah, there are so many weird, like, obviously we do get some people who are actually good at debating, and then we just get those like this guy who are just so completely ridiculous and insane. Like it's just crazy how dumb
I mean,
people
I'll say this, and I'm only gonna try to give this dude some leeway because I do know maybe some people with the way they've been like brought up don't have any other way to explain it. My thing is, I feel like you should at least try though.
Oh no, this guy didn't, because basically so the other guy that was there who was helping Future was like, "But then why do people have different definitions of what God is? Your definition's not the only one that matters." And the first guy was just like, "Okay, so basically you're saying that he exists." And the second guy's
That's
like, "That's
not at
not
all
at
what
That's
all
not.
what I
I'm sorry. Were the words in that sentence "Yes, God exists" ever mentioned?
exactly, like
That
what?"
is not. Okay. Anyway,
So yeah. So then Future was talking with the first guy again, and so then basically the guy was like, "Is my voice real or is it an illusion?"
oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, he
why.
went down that. I don't know. Future literally
My
muted on
brain has now shut off from this conversation. I hope you know that.
no, Future literally muted on his second phone, and he goes and he goes, "Josh, this guy's a troll."
I just like that you said future just at that point was like, yeah, we're just gonna mute. I don't. I no longer
No,
care.
no, he unmuted to continue the conversation literally just because he wanted to laugh at how stupid this guy was.
Oh
Which
no, I know, but what I'm saying is the fact that he even muted in the first place. Like, that's what I like about this.
oh yeah. He just muted. He goes, "It's a
It
troll."
took him to the point where he's just like, all right, yeah, hold on, I need to get this off my chest. Let me just hold on, Josh. Okay, you hear this person, right? He is not a serious person. Okay, we're gonna unmute. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. So what are we talking about again?
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy. So basically, I forgot what happened, but Future was talking to this guy, and he never ever agreed that God existed. He just said different religions will define him differently. And the guy was just like, because then Future later said, I don't believe that God exists. And the guy was like, yeah, but you already said you did earlier. You already agreed to it like multiple times. And Future's like, I never said anything remotely like that. And he's like, yes, you did, because you said that different religions define him differently. And he's like, that's not what?
So hold on. So because different religions define in different ways, that apparently means to you that God exists.
Apparently.
That's not that. You do realize if that were the case, I don't think in different religions, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there wouldn't be multiple gods who do different things differently than what God Himself apparently does.
Bro, it was funny because the first guy was like, he just kept saying that stuff. Future only stayed because there was a third guy there who he wanted to talk to, because the third guy was actually a cool person. So he only stayed for the third person. But basically, when he was going to debate the third guy, the first guy was like, oh, because Future was like, he was asking the third guy, like, are you a Christian or a Muslim? And the first guy was like, oh, I'm a Muslim. And Future literally just goes, I don't believe you.
Yeah. What?
Just literally
I
says
mean,
it.
this is future, so I'm not surprised. But
Like, what? And then started
also, wait,
talking.
hold on. I'm gonna check the chat real quick because I didn't actually realize people were
Welcome to
chatting. Apparently, there were like 3 different people chatting, even though it only says like 2 people here.
Oh, what the heck? Wait, what? Okay, maybe one of them left then, or
Possibly, probably someone joined in that little time that I wasn't here and had to go talk to mom or something else. I'm not sure.
watch there be like 50 messages.
Sup, Landon. I don't even know if you're still here, but sup.
Oh, Landon, what the heck? Oh my
Hi,
god.
Fernando. Again, don't know if you're still here either, but hi.
Fernando, what? Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's the same one. It says Fernando Garcia, so I'm not sure.
Oh, never mind. That's not the same one.
Wait, hold on. Irk G. Okay, I don't know who that is, but hi.
The heck? Hello?
I had to legit like scroll into characters because I was like, is it saying Earth or is it saying like? All I hear is ERIRUR and then whatever letters after. I don't know what that letter is.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Wait, what? R-Man, I think. It says Roman. I don't. Okay, that's weird.
Okay, hello. What the heck? Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, I don't know why he put that in the chat, but okay.
Wait, what?
Hold on, what is it saying? My friend said this in a group chat with only guys. Are you Copper or Tellurium? If I'm saying that right, because you're kind of hot. Please help me.
What is
I'm
that even?
assuming that's supposed to be some type of scientific like pickup line. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, what? What?
I'm not even gonna ask questions.
That-
What? Okay.
That's just weird. Okay, then I guess.
Landon said yo again.
Yo,
Vanessa's
dude.
virtual village. Hello.
Oh, Vanessa. Wait, which Landon?
ASMR. I'm actually surprised that YouTube didn't take that link out of the chat, but okay.
Wait, which Landon, Elijah?
The one that I know.
Oh, okay. Yo, hi, Landon.
Vanessa then put some ASMR to go to sleep link in the chat, which is why I'm saying I'm very surprised YouTube didn't like take that out. But you know what? YouTube doesn't always look at the stuff, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
That's true, yeah.
Because from what I know, I could be wrong. I think there's like certain things that I've been told apparently you can't put in the chat for like live streams. I forget if that's one of them.
Don't they have like automation features or something that automatically remove things that shouldn't be
They
there?
do, but I think if they do, either A, you have to be big enough on YouTube to where it's set up for you, or I think you have to set it up yourself. If you have to set it up yourself, I personally have no idea how to do that.
Oh, okay.
This is the one thing. This is exactly why, whether it's a live stream or not, I have to constantly tell people. Like, I hope y'all know everything that I'm doing on here. I'm doing with the knowledge that I have. I am not that knowledgeable about what you can and can't do on YouTube unless I've already heard about it. Like, The reason why you see us trying to keep certain things, like certain words, out of the chat is because even though I am a small YouTuber, I don't know what I could get taken down for. So for
Yeah.
anything I know you can't say on YouTube, I'm trying to be very careful not to say it. But like
Yeah.
aside from that, and obviously being comfortable or not being comfortable, or knowing what I can and can't show, like I know all that stuff. When it comes to other stuff like this, though, yeah, I don't know anything about this yet.
Okay.
So if y'all hear me say stuff like you can't put certain things in chats, like it's not because I know that. I'm just assuming at this point, dude.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick to fill my water bottle. So I'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
That's what YouTube recommended. Cool, I guess. I don't know why YouTube would recommend. Well, you know what? That's unless you're someone who watches ASMR. That makes sense.
I'm gonna ask my mom to order the food as well.
Okay. Sorry, what did you just say?
Is that what?
You just said something and I didn't hear it, so I was
Oh
asking.
no, I was saying because I was reading the chat still. That I was reading for what the person put in the chat that apparently YouTube recommended that video to them or something, which is why they put it in the chat. I don't know.
Why?
No idea. No idea whatsoever. I don't even know this person, dude. I literally only know them because they've been in my chats before.
Oh.
The only person that I think said anything so far in this chat that I like know personally, as in I used to talk to him, is Landon. Aside from him, I don't, from what I remember going through the chat, know any of these other people like actually. Either they're just subscribed to my channel or they saw that I was streaming and decided to join. I have no idea.
Hmm.
I'm gonna wait for Josh to come back and then probably ending it because I was only gonna go for like half an hour, but apparently we went past that, so cool. I don't care. That is the one thing I wish at times that I could do better because it works when it wants to. See, yeah, that like it works when it wants to.
Yeah, I find that I just kind of need to stretch my lip out first.
You know what? That makes sense actually. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I like how I could have sworn I thought I heard my dad watching something outside. No, I can't. Okay.
Hi, Elijah, you pythonic zombie. I have returned.
Python. Yes, that was okay. Anyway,
That's a combination of words.
that's literally all it is. Like I can't even say that's an insult because it made no sense.
What does that even mean?
It's half snake.
Apparently, I'm a pythonic zombie, everyone. Even though no one's
What?
watching the stream.
Pythonic is whatever. Sure.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
If I ask, he's gonna give me an explanation that is probably gonna make me just straight up like KO without KOing. So
The explanation will raise more questions.
exactly, and then it'll probably leave me even more confused. And I don't need that. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom's gonna pick up food at 5:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say you came back just in time too, because no one's watching anymore. So I was about to end the stream.
Oh, okay.
We had one person watching for like a while, and then that person, I guess, just finally decided to dip. So,
Oh, okay. Then I guess no one else. Okay, then.
I
Are
mean, to
we
be
doing
fair, I will say we kind of went past the time because I was either planning on having us going for like an hour or an hour or like a half hour. Only
Okay.
reason I kept it is because of the fact that while you were here, I think we went over a half hour and someone was actually still watching. So,
Yeah. Are we doing another one tomorrow for the first day of 2025? That might be cool.
if I have time, probably.
Adam's like, no. Okay.
I'm saying that like I'm not gonna have time, but to be fair, I don't know. I know for a fact in this house something can come up last minute because that happens a lot. So,
Okay.
hold on. Is it? Nope. Okay. So for the person who liked the live stream, thank you. Hope
Yep.
y'all enjoyed the live stream. I guess. To everyone who I think is already in 2025, Happy New Year to y'all. Hope y'all had a great one. To everyone who's about to be in it, hope y'all are having a great one. And yeah, I will see you guys in 2025. That sounds so weird.
I know, right?
Like the amount of times I've actually said that on a stream or on a video, that's just funny to me.
Or you could just simply say, "See you guys next year."
See, but that to me still just sounds weird. Like,
I know it does. It does though, because
because it sounds like I'm basically like, yeah, okay, so I'm not, by the way, for the next year, I'm not going to be uploading, even though it's really just literally for the next few hours, I'm not going to
no,
be
no, no,
uploading, possibly.
no, no. It's funny. Future sent me a voice message close to midnight on December 31st, 2023, and said, "I guess I'll talk to you next year." And then I heard from him like a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, because I hope you know, so I'm not saying that's weird as if I'm not used to people saying that. Like, people, that's a literal running joke that I think has been made even before I was born, or even
Yeah,
so I know for a fact people say that. I just
yeah.
can't get over how weird it sounds to me every single time someone says it. Like,
Oh yeah, no, it's weird.
and it's happened literally every year, so I'm used to it. It just sounds weird to me.
Yeah, it's true.
But hey, if I do another stream tomorrow or upload a short or something, catch y'all next year, I guess. Here's to hoping that next year's a better year. We'll see. I don't know. I
Yeah,
said it in the beginning of the stream, I think, and I'll say it again. My hopes are not that high, but trying to keep them as high as possible. So we'll see.
yeah.
Until then, guys, thank you for all of the thank you for the likes before I leave, by the way, because I've been noticing that my shorts or my videos, both of them have actually
And
been
thank you
getting
for
more
the
likes and views.
or-
So thank you for that. I very
Oh
much
no, you're
appreciate
talking
that.
about his videos in general, not just the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised when it comes to the live streams because most of the times those do get at least like one like, but I'm not really used to my videos always getting likes like that. So thank you.
Yeah. People don't comment on them though either.
Some people do, but it depends on the video. Like I know
Yeah.
some people, especially as of recently, have been getting more comments, but even then, it's not like a lot. So I'm not really like I'm still sometimes not used to it when it happens. But I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not complaining.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe we can actually make that happen a bit more next year. Who knows?
Yeah. All right.
I would
Well,
say go sub to Josh, but as I always tell y'all, whenever I say I'm gonna say that, we all know I'm probably either gonna forget, and even if I didn't, he does not really have a channel anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I don't use my channel anyway.
He's literally the only person that I have when it comes to doing streams with that I don't have to be over here like I'm gonna promote his channel because
Yeah.
I want to do that for literally everyone, whether they're on stream with me or not, if I want to help them. Yeah, but I can't help someone who literally does not upload on the channel they have. So
Wait, Adam, do you have a channel?
Not that I've used in years.
Okay, so same thing with him. All right. Got it. We both haven't used our channels in years. All right.
I mean, that used to be me for this channel until I finally got signed back into it. But you know, we don't need to talk about it.
Oh, that's right. You got signed out on the other account or whatever, and you had to.
Yeah.
I saw
For
that,
like
yeah.
the longest, I didn't have this account. I think I even said that on stream.
Yeah.
That happened, and I ended up uploading on my school's account by accidentally making a YouTube channel through there.
Yeah.
Hence why if you see anything that says re-upload on here, that's why, because I had to re-upload it to this channel so I could keep it.
Yep.
Good times, good times.
All right. Well, yep. Bye, peoples.
Love y'all and peace next year. See you then.
Bye.